coming to you from, whoa, hold on. Pardon me for that. I'm coming to you from Dubai. We are at the Quantum Leap Retreat. I'm putting my phone on the tripod so that I can speak to you jitter free as we have this conversation, you and I, about panic and how to stop it. And I'm going to put on my earphones because I'm in a gorgeous place. I'll tell you all about it. Hi. Hey fam, hey fam, hey fam. Hello fam, hello fam. Tell me if you can hear me. Sound check. Sound check. Can you hear me? Just fine. Give me a sound check. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Give me a good sound check. Okay, great. Okay, this is a really important message that I'm about to give us. And I have a tool for us, so stay with me as I tell you this story. And it is my intention in this conversation to help you never panic ever again. Wouldn't that be lovely? If you never had another panic moment ever again for the rest of your life. I would love that for myself. So the way that I will do that for myself is that I will help other people with it, and then it naturally comes to you. That's how it works. What you only get to keep what you give away. If we have not met yet, if you are brand new to the channel, I am Reverend Valerie Love, and for over 13 years, I have shown up here on this YouTube channel to teach magic, money, and metaphysics to millions of people. I'm very honored and blessed to be the author of over 20 books on practical spirituality, Christian witchcraft, Bible magic, and the occult. Let's begin. I have a home in Mexico. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. And this home that I have in Mexico, I have a house manager for this home in Mexico. Love my home in Mexico. I travel all over the globe. Right now I'm coming to you from Dubai. And I'm coming to you from this gorgeous place in Dubai that I love to go to. I love it, I love it, I love it. So I have this home in Mexico. Not too long ago, I had an experience. Here is what happened. I have a house manager in Mexico, and his name is Davey, and I love Davey, and he takes care of everything when I'm not there, the housekeeping. He takes care of my plant babies to make sure my plants are watered and all of that. And Davey also is like a house manager, taking care of the real estate portion of it as well. So he's Mexican, so he speaks all the language. He knows where to do everything. He knows where to go everything. He's like my guy. I'm like, Davey, how do I do this? Davey, what do I, Davey? Like, everyone needs a Davey. If I didn't have a Davey, I don't know how I would have been living in Mexico. Especially not speaking Spanish yet, even though my Spanish is getting better and better and better. Okay. Oh, latte. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So my latte is here. Okay. My oat milk latte. Yay. White sugar, no. That would be a no. Okay, so, oh, and look, they put flowers on my latte. Oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, so Davey is my house manager, and I said to Davey, I said, I sent the money for the house. Now, the money for my house is super inexpensive because my house is only, it was only 18,000 pesos when I started, which is about 900 bucks a month. I don't own real estate anymore. I used to own a lot of real estate. I don't own real estate anymore because I got a message from my inner being that said, own nothing, enjoy everything. I was like, what? Because all that real estate I had before was giving me a pain in the patootie. You know, it was just always something, always something, always something. I know you have people, you know, it still takes up mental space and inner space that could be used to do the thing that you really want to be doing, unless the thing you really want to be doing is real estate. So then that's good. Well, I send Davey 18,000 pesos, and then it increased to 19,000 pesos after I'd been there for a year. I was like, it's all good. It's all good. Like, I have a huge 4-bedroom house, swimming pool, 3.5 baths, like, way cheaper than my house in Miami. By the way, watch that video where I give you my expenses, my house expenses in Mexico compared to Miami and Washington, D.C. And I'm from New York originally, so you know. So I can tell you categorically, if you, New York, the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, Miami, and then going to Mexico, baby, world of difference. So I'm just living the 4-hour work week. You know, Tim Ferriss taught all of this like 20 years ago, like currency arbitrage and location arbitrage and location freedom. That's the new rich. He called it the NR. He's a trailblazer. So I followed what he said and it worked because he was doing it. I said, well, if he's doing it, I can do it. Well, I sent Davy just a few weeks ago 19,000 pesos to pay for the house, like I do every single month, like I've been doing every single month for almost 2 years. Never had a glitch, never had an issue. Send him the funds, he takes it to the landlord. I don't even know where the landlord is. Me and the landlord get along very well. I love the landlord, they love me. I don't know where they are. I don't know how to get the money to them. I don't know nothing about pesos. I don't need to know all that because God has me on my God mission on the planet. I know what my role is. I send the 19,000 pesos to Davy, just like always, as per usual. And I'm messaging him on WhatsApp and I don't hear anything from him for like days. And that's unusual because Davy is on WhatsApp all the time. Like WhatsApp is used all over the world for people all over the world. And people are on WhatsApp all the time. They're on WhatsApp more than like text messages almost. So I'm like, something's wrong. And I just sent 19,000 pesos to Davy. And guess what? Here's the crux of it. Here's how you're going to end panic. Pay close attention to what I'm about to say. This is what I discovered about my mind and how it can try to make me crazy. Listen to this sentence very carefully. In the absence of information, my imagination went to panic. I'm going to say that again because this is profound. Let me take a sip of latte first. Chef's kiss. Chef's freaking kiss. You know how you take that first sip of coffee? I'm from a long line of coffee lovers. I don't know, maybe some of my ancestors are from Ethiopia or something like that, where they first put some beans in water and drank it and said, hey, this stuff is good. Hey, guys, taste this. Ooh. And then they felt energized and boom, coffee was born. Well, I did not have information one way or the other about what had happened to the 19,000 pesos. By the way, it's not $19,000. I would have really been panicking probably if you just sent $19,000 into the ethos and you have no idea if it landed. Now, 19,000 pesos is about $950. And I'm like, where's Davy? Where's Davy? Where's Davy? And I'm thinking, okay, it's the first of the month. We need to get this. I have never paid this. I pay my money from my house early. That's how Spirit set my life up. Spirit set my life up that my house is paid for usually 28th, 29th, 30th. On the first of the month, he's over there with the landlord, and we keep going. There's only been one time that there was kind of a glitch sending money through these old, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. My acai bowl is here. Look at this creation. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. So anyway, so there's only been one time that sending money through this fiat system resulted in a few days delay. And normally, boom, 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 it's done. Move on to the next thing. Because I don't like to think a lot about things that are not my main purpose, the main thing. The thing that I'm here to do, which is ascending consciousness for humanity, for myself. And it bleeds to humanity. That's number one mission. So all these other ancillary things that help the mission need to be easily and quickly taken care of so that I stay on mission. I didn't hear from David. Days. Oh my goodness, David. Where's Davy? Where's Davy? My mind starts to get into panic. And that's strange for me because I don't like panic mode. I'm a bliss gal. I spent many years meditating and being in bliss. I do many things that sustain my inspired states of being. I keep myself inspired. I was just journaling. I take early morning walks. I do yoga. I meditate, I pray, I chant, I do magic. So I do all of these things that support states of bliss. So when I am not in bliss, it's a problem. And I am seeking to find my way back to bliss. I was not in bliss. I was like, what? And I had a couple of moments of panic, like, where's Davy? And I wasn't in panic the whole day. I was in panic when I thought about it, right? Like, okay, you got other things to do. You're writing a book, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. The things that I do, and yet when my mind would go to it, Davy, where's Davy? Checking WhatsApp 50 million times a day, no Davy. So then I reach out to other people that I know in Mexico that know Davy. Oh my goodness, where's Davy? Have you seen Davy? What's going on with Davy? And nothing. Then I was like, oh my goodness, give me the phone number. Give me the name and phone number. I know the name. Give me the phone number because I didn't have it saved in my WhatsApp because I don't have WhatsApp connected to my contacts. I don't let any of these apps connect to my contacts because it's just too much information. So it wasn't saved. It's in my contacts, but it's not in my WhatsApp. Couldn't find it. Finally, I get a hold of the landlord, and the landlord says, super calm in Spanish. We're having this conversation in Spanish on WhatsApp. Don't think I made it. I got it all the way through the message. Through the I'm not that good in Spanish. Whoa, I didn't make it all the way through. Pardon me. This phone, this little thing flips every so often. I didn't make it all the way through all the messaging in Spanish because my Spanish is that good. I had Google Translate help me. So we're having this whole message in Spanish, and she was like, oh yeah. She said it's so calm. She said it's so calm. She said, oh yeah, Davey came and bought me the money yesterday. You mean all that panic was for nothing? You mean I'm freaking putting wrinkles on my face and shooting cortisol through my system for nothing? That's when I had a revelation, an epiphany from higher realms. In the absence of information, Val, you default went to panic. Something's wrong. Why did I go to something's wrong when I had no evidence to support that anything was wrong? There could be 50 million different explanations for it. Maybe when I sent the money didn't arrive and it's on its way back to me. Maybe when he received the money, he went ahead and paid it, even though he didn't have access, he didn't have his phone, which is exactly what happened. The money landed in his bank account and he does what he does every single month. Maybe something else happened that is even outside of those possibilities. Why did it have to be that something bad was happening? That's when I discovered a trick of the ego. In the absence of information, the imagination would turn to panic. I didn't have information and I didn't have proof that something wrong had happened. So why did I have those moments of panic? I did not have, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary suffering. Like the referee gets on the football, unnecessary roughness, violation, 5-yard violation, whatever they say. It was unnecessary panic, and that's what I'm here to tell you, that your panic is unnecessary. Panic is always unnecessary. So I'm gonna give you a tool, and then I'm gonna eat this lovely acai bowl and drink this fabulous latte. I'm gonna give you a tool. Why does the universe love me so much? Why does the universe love you so much? It's unfathomable how much the universe loves us. It's unfathomable. Here is a tool. The tool is PBG. Now I have taught, by the way, if you are not registered for my Money Uncrossing class yet, coming up, the link is below. If you are not registered for the Money Uncrossing class yet, what are you waiting for? Get in that class ASAP. So many people are registered for that class, it's not even funny. And I am burning a candle for everyone who is in the class who registers before the class actually happens. The class happens on 4/4/2023. Now, if you join the class after 4/4/2023, you will also get all the benefits of the spiritual work that we did in the class, because you know this is energetic, everything is energy. And you will also be able to get the class instantly on demand. So get that link below and get the class. PBG, pause, breathe, go within. PBG, pause, say it with me, put it in the chat. Pause, breathe, go within. PBG, pause, period, breathe, period, go within, period. And all you do when I say go within, I don't mean you're going into some cavern. What I mean is to close the mind to thought. Close the mind to thought, rid the mind of all thought that's going within, and then scan and ask the universe, is there anything that I should be concerned about? And most of the time, the universe's answer will be no, or it may say, look at this, or it may say, go here, or it may say, call this person. You're always being led and guided. A Course in Miracles teaches that there has never been a time that the voice for God has not been speaking to you. Thank you for putting it in the chat. Pause, breathe, go within. PBG. PBG, PBG, PBG. Now, if you're in something and you're in a funk, like that one, I could keep whipping myself out of it, but I noticed that my mind wanted to bring me back into it. Then I had to whip myself out of it again, and then my mind wanted to go back into it, and that wasn't my state of bliss, and I'm not going to do things that are not bliss. That didn't feel like bliss to me. So PBG helps me snap out of it. Pause. Let me pause everything. Pause everything. Breathe. Go within. Go to source right here. Not some God in the sky. You are source and source is you. Go right here to source and ask, is there something I'm to do? Is there something I'm to know? And stop letting your imagination run wild in the absence of information. I'm going to end with a story. Pooh and Piglet were in the wood. It started raining. Pooh was happy. He's doing that rain coming down. He was opening his mouth, catching the raindrops like I found my daughter doing one day when it was time to go to school. She's just running out in the rain. Right? I'm like, child, when you get in here to school, because that's how adults act. Instead of running out there with the kids and running around in the rain too. Pooh, it started raining more. Piglet was getting afraid. Piglet was starting to have panic. Right? Sometimes it's just so automatic because it's in the nervous system. We'll talk about how to release things out of the nervous system in another conversation. Yet sometimes we see ourselves going to automatic panic, and it need not be. We don't have to do that. We do not have to do that. Panic is optional. Suffering is optional. You do not have to panic. You do not have to be in terror. You do not have to be in abject fear. Fear moments can come up. You can dissipate them. It starts raining more. Thunder, boom, lightning. Piglet is now just hyperventilating, having all kinds of panic. Pooh is splashing around in all of the puddles Pooh can find because it's just a monsoon, just downpour. Piglet looks at Pooh and says, Pooh, because you know the fear will always, Pooh is in love. Pooh is an adventure. Pooh was in fun. Pooh was hopping around and splashing in. Pooh was in bliss. They're both in the same exact circumstance, having two different experiences. Piglet looked at Pooh, Pooh, because you know the fear is going to try to get you on side with it. Pooh, and remember, Piglet and Pooh both live in your consciousness. They live in mine. Piglet says to Pooh, Pooh, what if, here goes the catastrophizing. What if this happened? What if that happened? What if we get struck by lightning? What if the lightning strikes a tree and breaks it and it falls on us? What if? And Pooh paused for a moment from splashing in all of the the puddles, and Pooh looked up and looked around and looked at Piglet and said, what if it doesn't? And went right back to splashing. What if it doesn't? What if? Catastrophizing? What if it doesn't? What if the bad things don't happen? What if you're A-okay? What if everything is working out perfectly for you? What if this whole grand design of this universe is only here to curl your toes and make you super happy and give you a cosmic orgasm every single minute and blessed day of your entire life? What if? What if that's all the universe was about? What if the universe was only about whoa, pardon me. I didn't make this tight enough, clearly. What if the universe was only about your absolute bliss and love and fulfillment at every moment? And what if you chose to bring yourself out of it? Don't bring yourself out of it. I'm Reverend Valerie Love. Now, if you really require support with this, I have a resource for you. Here's the resource that I'm going to recommend for you, because this resource will really help you. And then I promise you I'm about to eat this acai bowl, okay? Here is a resource that will really help you with this. Go to ValerieLove.com, click on books. And when you go to ValerieLove.com, click on books, go to spiritual badassery. Because I practice spiritual badassery. I teach everyone in our community who are in our programs spiritual badassery. Spiritual badassery means that you are God. You know yourself as God, and that's how you conduct yourself. And that just means not some dude in the sky. That means you are a divine emanation, perfect, whole, complete, abundant. You are love. You are divinity. You are perfection. That's spiritual badassery. Get the book Spiritual Badassery. It is a huge book. I'm going to show it to you when I get back to my home in Mexico. It is a hardcover book. It is gorgeous, if I do say so myself. It is one of my favorite creations. And in Spiritual Badassery is 3 books combined. So many of you, and by the way, if you're a member on this YouTube channel, you already have Spiritual Badassery as a gift. If you are not a member on the YouTube channel, just hit the join button below this video or around this video or wherever YouTube has put this join button, right? Because if you are a member of my YouTube channel, you receive ebook copies of all my books as I create them. So you have a whole vault of books available to you if you are a member on the channel. I know that's a crazy deal, isn't it? Only $4.99 and you get all my books in ebook format. Now, if you do not want it in ebook format, if you want the physical copy, which it is gorgeous, it's like a coffee table book. It's big, 8.5 by 11, and it's hardcover, and it's beautiful, it's so beautiful. Spiritual Badassery is a omnibus of 3 books. It's Dark Night of the Soul, No Excuses Manifesto, and Why You're Stuck. It's all 3 of those together in one volume because people love those books so much. And in Dark Night of the Soul, I give you a very specific 10-step protocol to lift yourself out of any ditch and be a spiritual badass. No punking around in this life. You need to rise up, be your greatest self, live your best life, and be an inspiration to other people. An inspiration to yourself. I'm Reverend Valerie Love, ValerieLove.com. You can be at our next event if you choose. We'll be in Greece and Italy on our spiritual retreats in the summertime. I will be teaching magic in Egypt in the fall, for the fall equinox. We are in Dubai now for the spring vernal equinox, and we will be doing our processes for the vernal equinox. While we're here, we're actually doing a fire ritual here in Dubai. We just came from Thailand from the Serenity Retreat. We're now at the Quantum Leap Retreat. Join us in Zanzibar after the fall equinox. In Zanzibar, we're going to be doing Social Supernova, which is going to take your social media to a whole new level. Each of our retreats are focused very specifically and tightly on something that you need in your life in order to become God. That's it. I love you. Time for this acai bowl. Peace. KAISI out. ValerieLove.com.